By the way, this is old Patrick Melton, so you got to talk. This is pre like internet. This is pre like before the internet started being like cancel culture. Everyone's a pedophile. This is like old clips. These are like 7-year-old clips, and this is making these jokes. Even back then, pre cancel culture, everyone else is going, "Yeah, I don't know. It's not that funny. It's not great."
What are you cringing for? Like there's some legal repercussions into something I said? Oh my god.
I'm sure nobody's paying attention to the legality of things that you're saying.
No.
Is that legal to say? That's not. Kids?
Allegedly.
I don't have that clip anymore. I deleted all the clips.
That. And then here's all the weird shit. Now, again, I hate taking Aaron's side on anything, but Jesus Christ, the shit he said about Aaron's kids. DV, before Red Bar left him to Australia, I think that is pre getting laughed out to Australia, Red Bar. Understand this. Patrick Melton's coming back. He's creeping back now like he's this big deal. Remember that Red Bar ran him off the continent. Cut the grass. I'm not a Melton fan, but it's pretty obvious he's being a try-hard edgy the same way Vito was with the weird shit he said. People really want to be pedos these days. Listen, I get what you're saying. I'm only pointing out. I said the same thing as you. Not saying he's a pedo. I'm saying that he was making jokes that even 7 years ago weren't funny enough for people to go, that's funny. It was just talking about kids. It's weird. I'm not even saying that like he's a pedo. I'm just saying he sucks at comedy. Yeah, back to DV's point. He got ran off a continent for years. Years. He got ran off the continent. By the way, I'm watching Carl from one of these podcasts, right? And I see him using this cool dono system, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I look it up. And then I realize, oh, there's like text to speech and all this AI donos, but they're all Dabbleverse related. And I was like, no way. So I go to the website. And it literally doesn't have a just sign up. Just sign up. It doesn't do that. It has a contact us. And I'm like, that's small time. That's baby shit. That means that they're not a real company. What's going on here? So I look at supertip.gg or whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is the website where they're all getting, all right. And I go, I'm driving, by the way. I'm on the Sawgrass Expressway, and I'm driving, and I go, this is going to be a Patrick Melton thing, isn't it? So I'm Googling it. Boom, 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 and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, Super Tat. I do the Who Is search on the internet, and it's like Pants Wide Media, and then I look up Pants Wide Media. Las Vegas, Nevada, Patrick. I'm like, yep, it's a Patrick Melton invention. All right, so this is a weird thing where you want to talk about, he A-logs Aaron. Here's my problem with Pat Melton. It's like Patrick Melton's a guy that bought 10,000 acres of land in the gold rush, right? And he obsessively dug every square acre of that land for 100 years before he finally found a little bit of gold. And now all of a sudden everybody's calling him, George Hearst. But the truth is not that Aaron predicted all this shit. I'm not Aaron. I'm sorry. That Patrick predicted all this, or Patrick knew everything about Aaron, or all this shit. Patrick was the only one A-logging Aaron like an obsessive, even when there was nothing to. This is just a clip from him finding nothing. This is him literally bitching that the Steel Toe Morning Show Twitter doesn't have any stuff about his kids on it. Not posting his kids on the internet might be the most advised move that I would ever have given Aaron. You're willing to burn your wife, your kids, Ricada, all your friends, your connections, you're willing to burn it all to the ground just to impress Gino Bisconti, who also now doesn't like you. But at least you aren't posting pictures of your kids with like identifiable places that you hang. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give Aaron that much. But then again, no, I won't. I won't even give Aaron that credit because I guarantee you that his ex-wife probably said, I swear so much as Christ, if you post the kids frequently enough and like something happens, I will take them from you. King of all Yetis, Patrick literally got every single prediction and or idea that came true about Aaron from Aaron's own chat, legitimately. Oh, I believe it. But this guy is like, that's a creepy clip of him scrolling somebody's like Twitter and being like, where are your kids? Why don't you post about your kid? Don't post about your kids. I tell everyone, don't post about your kids. Leave them out of this.
Oh boy.
Isn't that girl like 10? Or like 11? Like, I know Cut the Grass, like you were saying, like we make jokes. We all make jokes. And sometimes we swing and we miss. I've said some vile shit sometimes that you go, whoa, buddy. And you're like, all right, I take that. But this is like, come on. That's, how old is this kid? She's doing recitals and shit. Rudy Becca says it's just a bad joke. But again, we're not talking about a daughter is 20, a daughter is even 18 or whatever. But like, when you're a 40-something-year-old, like, how would you? Let me ask you something, Rudy Baga. Would you defend me that hard? If I was talking about somebody's like 10, 11, 12-year-old daughter is like, yeah, she's got a cup holder. It's called the full food. It's not like. Here's the thing. You can go, it's just a joke, right? Jokes. I'm very racist, for instance. My brain goes to a certain. Let's put it this way, right? We can all agree that you can base somebody's comedy on where they're, what I always have said as a turn of phrase, where your brain goes first, right? So why would your brain go there first? Why was that the first? Like, he's talking about a car with cup holders and you needed to work in that his 10, 11-year-old daughter. What is even the point of that, right? You know? I'm a greedy, gambling addict, drunken addict, racist. My brain goes in certain directions. You know where my brain goes. If Aaron was talking about some car and it had a cup holder that he rented, I'd be like, whoa, your car you rented had a cup holder? Well, Jesus Christ, stop flaunting your money in front of the audience. You never think you'd hear me talking about the cup holder in my rental car. I don't want people to stop donating. You know what I mean? Like, that would be where my brain would go.
Oh boy.
He needs to be destroyed.